Hello everyone, I am Saroj Sahare, Assistant Professor Anand Niketan College, Varora, and today we will discuss about the aromatic hydrocarbons. Here, firstly, we will discuss what are the aromatic hydrocarbons and how they can prepared. First of all, we have to understand why aromatic hydrocarbons are different from the aliphatic hydrocarbons. So aromatic hydrocarbons are unsaturated cyclic hydrocarbons and having alternate single double bond. Okay, how we can identify the aromatic carbons? So they contain alternate single and double bond. For example, here we can see in the structure of toluene, there is one double bond, again single bond, again double bond, again single bond. Okay, so aromatic compounds contains double bond and single bond in alternate manner. They are having general formula CnHn. A few examples of aromatic hydrocarbons are mentioned here. For example, toluene. This is the benzene ring which is aromatic, and another functionality it's attached here, that is CH3, and we call the compound toluene. Then if OH group is attached, phenol, NH2H attached, aniline, then acetophenone, benzaldehyde, benzoic acid, benzonitrile, orthoxylene and styrene. These all the compounds are aromatic in nature. Now, what are the special characteristics of aromatic hydrocarbon? These compounds show additional stability given by resonance, that is aromaticity. As we have known that aliphatic compounds showing hyperconjugation for their stability, but in case of aromatic hydrocarbons, they are showing some resonating structure. We called it the phenomena as a resonance and contributed to a resonance hybrid. This property is known as aromaticity, and which gives the additional stability to the compound. When aromatic compound is burned, what will happen? It will show a strong and sooty flame which is yellow in color. If in laboratory you will burn the aromatic hydrocarbon, it will give a sooty flame with some sparkling, okay, which is yellow in color. So it will indication of having a aromatic compound. Then these compounds generally undergo electrophilic substitution and nucleophilic aromatic substitution reactions. Okay, these compounds are not going to give a elimination reaction, but these compounds are uh, surely give electrophilic substitution or nucleophilic substitution reactions. It can be noted that these compounds can be either monocyclic or polycyclic in nature. Okay, means if a compound is aromatic, then it may be a monocyclic containing one cycle or number of cycle. So it is monocyclic or polycyclic in nature. Now, how we can name the compound? So the IUPAC nomenclature of the aromatic compounds. According to IUPAC nomenclature of substituted aromatic compounds, the substituent name is placed as a prefix to the name of the aromatic compound. Okay, for example, here we can see the benzene ring. Benzene is an aromatic compound, and NO2 means nitro group. It is the substituent. So we have to put the nitro word as a prefix. Why? Because it is a substituent before benzene. So what we called? We called the compound as nitrobenzene. Then, when more than one similar substituent group are present in the ring, they are labeled with the Greek numerical prefixes such as di, tri, tetra to denote the number of similar substituent groups attached to the ring. If two bromo groups are attached to the adjacent carbon of the benzene ring, it is named as 1,2-dibromobenzene. Okay, means suppose there are number of substituent present. If only one substituent present, we will call it as only nitrobenzene. Means we don't have to mention here one nitro group or two nitro group. We can simply say it as a nitrobenzene. But what happen if there are more than one substituents are present with a similar substituent, means only nitro group or only bromo group? In that case, we call them as a di if they present in two number. If they are in three, then tri, four, then tetra. Okay, and these di, tri, tetra they are be mentioned as a prefix before substituent. For example, in this structure there are two bromo groups are present on this benzene ring. So why there are two groups? Okay, two bromo. Hence we called it as a di. Then what is substituent? Bromo. Hence we called it as a dibromo. And what is the position? They are adjacent to each other. Hence we called it as a 1,2 dibromobenzene. Then in case of a multiple substituted aromatic compounds, sometimes terms like ortho, meta and para are also used as a prefixes to indicate the relative position 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 respectively. For example, 1,2 dibromobenzene can be named as a ortho-dibromobenzene. Okay, means suppose if the substituent are 1, 2, then we can call them as ortho. If they are having position 1, 3, then we call them as a meta, and if they have position 1, 4, then we will call them as the para. So for example, in this compound they are having position 1, 2. Okay, both the bromo substituents are adjacent to each other, and hence we call them as a ortho dibromobenzene. Now, how can the benzene be prepared? So there are some synthetic methods for preparation of benzene. We will study one by one. So first, preparation of benzene from alkynes or acetylene. Benzene is prepared from acetylene by the process of cyclic polymerization. Okay. So in this process, this is acetylene CH triple bond CH. So if we take the three molecules of acetylene, they undergo a cyclic polymerization. Okay, they undergo cyclic polymerization if they will be passed from a red hot iron tube at 873 Kelvin, and what we get a cyclic polymerization product, that is benzene. Now, the another method is from preparation of benzene from aromatic acids. So here we have taken the aromatic acid of benzoic acid, that is sodium salt of benzoic acid, and if this sodium salt of benzoic acid is going to heated in presence of soda lime means sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Okay, so in presence of NaOH and CaO, if we heat this sodium salt of benzoic acid, what will happen? This will undergo reduction and gives a benzene with byproduct as a sodium carbonate. Then another method of preparation from phenol. So if we treat phenol in presence of zinc dust and heat it, what will happen? Zinc is going to act as a reducing agent, and this phenol is reduced into benzene, and zinc is going to oxidize into zinc oxide. So we will get a benzene ring from phenol by using zinc dust as a reducing agent. Then benzene from benzene sulfonic acid. Benzene can be prepared from the benzene sulfonic acid through their hydrolysis. Means what happen? This benzene sulfonic acid is if we heat or if we take in presence of some water steam. Okay, some water steam is going to react with this benzene sulfonic acid. What is this? C6H5 means phenyl ring. Okay, and the substituent is SO3H. This is sulfonic. So sulfonic group is going to reduce into H2SO4 sulfuric acid, and this phenyl ring is going to reduce into C6H6. Okay, so this benzene sulfonic acid in presence of the water vapors or water steam, what will happen? It will gives a benzene. So these are some basic methods for laboratory preparation of benzene. Thank you for watching the video.